Hello and welcome to a AFC 2019 Asian Cup group preview. Today, guys, to start off the series, we're looking over Group A, containing the host nation, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Thailand, and India. So let's jump right in. Literally looking forward to this series, and I hope that it is a resounding success. So, host nation, United Arab Emirates. This will be the second time in their history they have hosted the Asian Cup, the previous time coming in 1996, where they went very far on home soil, reaching the final. The nickname of the United Arab Emirates national team is the Whites, a reference to their uniform, wearing all white kits, as well as Ayel Zayed, which means Zayed's son, going back to the founder of the country of the United Arab Emirates. The UAE's record in 2018 includes 2 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses. Both wins coming against Laos and Yemen, draws against Oman, Andorra, Bolivia, Honduras, and Iraq, and losses to Slovakia, Gabon, Trinidad and Tobago, and Venezuela. They are managed by Italian coach Alberto Zaccheroni, and if that name sounds familiar, it's because it is the same manager who took Japan to the title of the Asian Cup back in 2011, and took Japan also to the 2013 Confederations Cup and 2014 World Cup, where there were 2 group stage exits on both occasions. But Alberto Zaccheroni is a manager with prior success, having won the Asian Cup 8 years ago with the Samurai Blue, and he will be looking to become just the second manager in history after Brazil's Carlos Alberto Pereira to win the AFC Asian Cup with 2 different countries. The UAE's record in the Asian Cup include 3 consecutive group stage exits between 1980 and 1988, a 4th place finish in 1992, runners-up on home soil, like I said, in 1996, 3 more group stage consecutive exits from 2004 to 2011, and 3rd place in 2015, the most recent edition. Star players include Omar Abdulrahman, Ali Mabhout, and Ahmed Khalil. However, Omar Abdulrahman has been officially ruled out as of a few weeks ago through injury, so one of the UAE's main players, young prospect stars, will miss the tournament. It could be a big blow to this side, although they do have other players on here, that, including the ones I've named, to compensate for it, but they will want to pull out all the stocks if they want to be victorious on home soil. So it sort of dampens their prospects a bit. Manager Alberto Zaccheroni also being in the hot seat, under pressure to deliver some results with the UAE, who hasn't had too great of a 2018, in all honesty. A realistic expectation or goal for the UAE would be to reach the latter stages, maybe at least a quarterfinal run. Anything less than a quarterfinal finish would be considered a failure. Remember, this is a 24-team expansion, so there is a round of 16 this time. But they will be hoping to go one step further than they did 4 years ago in Australia, where they finished with the bronze medal, and a young, upcoming generation of players. They will be hoping to possibly do what the 1996 team failed to do and go all the way and win it. Can they get to the semifinals, the final, and even win the tournament? It's possible, but I think they're going to need a little bit of luck on their side, although it would not be one of the more larger shocks in international football. So a realistic goal expectation is a quarterfinal, maybe a semifinal run. That's not a prediction, by the way. That's just a realistic expectation. Moving on to the next team in this group, we have Bahrain. They are known as Al Ahmar, which means the Reds. Their record in 2018 includes 2 wins, 3 draws, and 3 losses, both wins coming against Turkmenistan, Myanmar, draws against Palestine, the Philippines, and China, and losses against Oman, Syria, and Oman again. They are managed by Czech manager Miroslav Soukup, whose experience has been guiding the under-20 Czech Republic national team to 2nd place finish in the 2007 under-20 World Cup. So that's quite an impressive feat there at the youth division. Group stage finishes for Bahrain in 1988, and 3 consecutive from 2007 to 2015. However, their highest ever finish came in 4th place when they reached the semifinals back in 2004. We know that Bahrain had a sort of golden generation of players that made it to the final international playoff round of both 2006 and 2010 World Cup qualifying when they lost out to Trinidad and Tobago and New Zealand, respectively. That was a missed opportunity for Bahrain. They really should have qualified for at least one of those World Cups. They were one of the best Arab national sides in the region and one of the best teams from Asia at that point in time, in the mid to early 2010s. But that is long gone, and they've been on the decline for the last decade or so, to be quite honest, where they are probably ranked well below 100 in the FIFA rankings. Based on current form and how they've been doing for the last few years, they are arguably the weakest team in this group, or the second weakest behind India, who I'll get into in a moment. Star players include Sami Al-Husseini, Syed Saeed, veteran of the squad, and Mahdi Abdul-Jabbar. A realistic expectation for Bahrain, or at least a goal for them, would be to advance past the group stage. They have not done so in the last 3 consecutive editions, so they will be hoping to reemerge on the Asian scene by becoming somewhat relevant again. Just getting past the first round should be the main goal here for Bahrain. Now, because they got some positive results this year against Palestine and China, 2 teams that are better than them, it could indicate that maybe Bahrain are on an upswing, but that still remains to be seen. Anything beyond a round of 16 finish would be an enormous victory for this side that used to dominate the West Asian scene. Moving on to Thailand. Their nicknames is the War Elephants, possibly the coolest nickname of all the 24 teams competing in this tournament. Yes, the War Elephants. Their record in 2018 includes 4 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. Those 4 wins coming against Hong Kong, Trinidad and Tobago, Timor-Leste, and Indonesia. 2 draws, 1 against Gabon and the Philippines, and 2 draws against Slovakia and China. They are managed by Serbian coach Milojan Rajovac, who was the man who took Ghana, the Black Stars, to the 2010 World Cup quarterfinals in South Africa, the first World Cup held on African soil. And as we know, that Ghanaian team came a penalty shootout away against Uruguay from becoming the first African side to reach a World Cup semifinal. Yeah, that was the guy, Milojan Rajovac. So that's interesting. He has a generally positive managerial resume. So Thailand themselves, having reached the last 12 teams of the most recent Asian World Cup qualifying for 2018, that was the first time in their history. You could consider Thailand somewhat as maybe one of the dark horses to go on a run this coming winter. Some star players they have include Adisak Chrysorn, Mangkol Tsakari, and Pokalao Anand. They don't really have a good record in Asian Cups. They finished in 3rd place way back in 1972. And then they had group stage finishes consecutively from 1992 to 2007. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive Asian Cups that Thailand, credit to them, qualified for, but had first round exits. So it's been a long time since Thailand has had success at this level in the main competition of Asian international football, and they will be hoping to open up a new chapter in their footballing history here. I would keep a lookout on Thailand. On paper, that right now they're probably the 2nd best team in this group. If they were to finish runners-up, the runners-up of this group plays the runners-up from Group C, and if you look at Group C, that's a winnable game for Thailand as well. So there is a pathway open for Thailand to perhaps not so much unexpectedly go on a deep-ish sort of run in this tournament to the last 8. And I think that's a realistic goal. A realistic goal is the last 8, but expectation, I think they should keep it to just getting out of the group stage for now. And then moving on to the last team in this group, guys, India, a country of a population of 1.2 billion people. They are nicknamed the Blue Tigers. Another cool nickname. Their record in 2018 includes 6 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses, with wins coming against Chinese Taipei, 2 wins against Kenya, 1 against Sri Lanka, 1 against the Maldives, and 1 against Pakistan. A draw against China, good result for them, and 4 losses against Kyrgyzstan, the Maldives, New Zealand, and Jordan. They are managed by Englishman Stephen Constantine, who has a record of hopping around not so strong national teams throughout his managerial tenure. He once took the helm of Nepal back in the early 2000s, then Malawi, Sudan, and Rwanda. India's record in the Asian Cup includes a second-place finish way back in only the 3rd tournament ever held in 1964, and then group stage finishes both in 1984 and most recently 2011. This will be India's only 4th participation in an Asian Cup. When you consider this, the one that we're approaching now in 2019, I believe, is the 16th or 17th AFC Asian Cup. India has only participated in 3 previous ones, and all of them, except for the 3rd one way back in the early 60s, in the group stage. They will be returning after 8 years, and they will be hoping, like Bahrain, to get out of the group. Star players include Sunil Chetri, who is a veteran with the team. I believe he's 34 years old. JJ Lapakua, and Manveer Singh. India, though, they have improved in recent years. If you look at some of the results they've been getting in the last, I would say since the 2014 World Cup qualifying cycle, there has been a noticeable uptick in their form. They are not really considered among the minnows anymore of the Asian continent. They will be hoping that them participating in Asian Cups will become something of a mainstay for the foreseeable future. So for India, the success for them is just getting back to the Asian Cup. And anything else from here is a bonus. They will be looking to expand upon that by making it to subsequent tournaments in 2023, 2027, etc. But because they are in a navigable group, it is entirely within the realm of possibility that they can get out of this group and get to the round of 16. Because remember, 4 of the 6 groups will send 3 teams to the knockout stages via the 4 best 3rd-placed sides. So if India can avoid finishing bottom of this group, they might just see themselves through the round of 16. And I have a feeling they might just do it. But anything beyond the round of 16 seems to be asking for a little bit too much. So I hope you enjoyed this preview. Join me next week, next Friday on November the 30th, 2018, where I preview Profile Group B, which contains Australia, Syria, Palestine, and Jordan. So until then, guys, have a good night. Much love. Hopefully I see you soon. Peace.